Hi Justin, I'm Oleg. This is my wife Lily. Welcome to our Halcyon home.
That arch is incredible.
Thank you. Wait till you see the rest of the house.
I can't wait. So what was the inspiration for this piece of art?
So the arches are like one of the main features of this home. I guess I should say later on you'll see a lot more arches, but I wanted this to be a statement piece, so when you walk in, it's just a wow factor. And I wanted to highlight it with all the trim detail, and I think that we achieved it nicely, and I think it looks great.
Wait a second, what is this?
That's a little hidden closet that Halcyon was able to create for us, and it's really cool. It's hidden. And the best part is, you'll never know. Yeah.
Not only is it beautiful, but it's functional.
Yes.
I am obsessed with this kitchen. Tell me everything about it.
So this kitchen was inspired by the famous designer, Shay McGee. Ever since I saw her personal kitchen, I fell in love with the design of that. It's not traditional, but it's that transitional, modern with a slight French vintage spin on it. And I added our own little touch, and I made it personally functional to our family. And Monique at Halcyon, she was actually incredible. She took everything that was in my brain and she brought it to life. So I'm very thankful for her. But yeah, it's a beautiful kitchen. It's probably our best one, and we've built 3 homes. So yeah.
Very functional, as you can tell. There's 2 sinks, one main one, 3 sinks, one in the pantry, but it's a very functional for our family, for the size of 3 kids.
Yeah.
So if somebody needs to prep something here and then somebody's doing the dishes, it's great.
Can you tell me about the specs of the kitchen?
I believe this is a 10-foot island, and I remember actually when we got the blueprint from Andrew and Nick, we were
taken away how big it was. Yeah.
We thought actually that might have been an error, and I remember I actually took out a measuring tape and I actually put out 10 feet, and I saw how massive the island was. I was sold.
There's a beautiful inlay too on the front of it.
Yes.
Like this millwork that you notice. I like that it's dark, but you can see it too.
Yes, the ribbed feature is actually very trending right now. And we did add it into the glass just to play it or tie it in together nicely. So we did that, and I think it looks absolutely beautiful. It adds texture to the design of the kitchen versus like a flat look. And you don't see that much, so I thought that that was putting a new spin on kitchen design, and I love it.
Can you highlight each area that you guys build, like the functionality? Why'd you build it that way? What do you do here? What do you do there? And then we can go in there. When
designing this portion of the kitchen, I knew we needed a little, what they call like a glass buffet, or I just didn't want it to be more cream cabinetry. I tied it in nicely with the brown detailing, with the stain of the wood and the gold knobs. Everything matches nicely. And then when you move over here, we have a drop zone for keys, all that kind of fun stuff. We have a coffee station, and then that goes into the mud room. And then here is the main Jane. We love our range. This is a 36-inch Z-line range. It's a gas range, and we love it very much. We use it every single day. And then I did want to just cozy this area up a little bit, so I asked Andrew and Nick and our kitchen team to add these floating shelves, and I think they're a beautiful detail to just add a little cute knickknacks and features that makes it a little bit more homey. And then I just made sure that it was matching on the other side as well. And then these little guys are perfect for just adding things like kitchenware, and it's great. It's all hidden. We don't have to worry about it. It's not seen.
The lighting I thought was a nice touch too.
Yeah.
Like it drew my eye to it immediately when I came in, because so many people have nice things and photos, but you don't see them because it's dark. So can you talk about the lighting and why you chose that?
So lighting, you'll see all our lighting has either gold, black, or a little bit of cream, but for the most part, you'll see these pendants. They are very similar to the Studio McGee ones, but you'll see that they are curved. They're not straight lines, and it's all to just go cohesively with the arches and make everything flow nicely in the home. And then the other thing is probably one of my favorite features of this home, and it's our walk-in butler pantry. It is just, everyone always comments on it. Everyone loves it. We were so scared to do the checkered tile, but I knew, and I was telling everyone when we do it, it's gonna be a showstopper. So Oleg actually, he installed all the tile in the home.
Yeah, so this was the pride and joy. This was my favorite floor to work on, just because we wanted to integrate two different styles. So Lily had the Studio McGee kind of style, and I wanted a little bit of classic, like timeless floor that would always stand out. And yeah, all of our friends and family who comes in, they always compliment on the floors. So
it's very French inspired, and a lot of our home, the design is also inspired from that French vintage look. So as soon as I thought green cabinetry, I thought checkered tile instantly.
And also I like to play chess sometimes, so me and the kids get out there and get it out some games.
Yeah.
You have another fridge in there too.
Yes. So again, we actually have a third sink. So me and Oleg, we just have fun washing dishes. But we have a lot of free floating shelves. We did think about possibly closing this, but I thought the more rustic and the more vintage and fun we make it, I thought that free floating cabinetry, everything open, was the best way to go. So I just filled it with knickknacks, made it pretty, made it organized, which is always a great look for a pantry. And then just tied it in with the browns and all that fun detailing. And then the light, it's a beautiful light. I love it. Monique helped with that one. But yeah, we have a fridge in here. We have more cabinetry on that side. And then just so much cabinets to just store everything away.
And you can imagine having 3 kids, we need the space here. So this is very functional and convenient for our house and for our family.
Yeah.
Can you show me that mudroom around the corner?
Yes.
Because that tile work looked unbelievable. Did you do that?
I did that.
Of course you did.
So this here is our mudroom.
And initially our closet extended all the way here to the arch, but I felt like it would take away from the space. So we asked the Halcyon team if we could narrow it down and make it smaller so we can have a little bit extra space here, and then you could see the floor more. Yeah.
It's also a great little nook area to create a bench in the future that we actually want to do within the next month. And I think this is the perfect spot for it. It's what we had in mind while creating this space. And the other thing that I want to point out is the herringbone tile that Oleg did. It is just an incredible feature. Everyone loves it. Oleg, do you want to talk more on it?
Yeah, so this took a while to do. It was a little bit of a backbreaker, but it turned out really nice. And if you notice, I added a little border to break away from the busyness of the herringbone. so that it just ties in and we have a frame. It just looks more classic in my opinion.
You used like a textured stone too, that I think is so nice versus just like a flat stone, because it breaks with the wood. A wooden stone never really go out of style.
Yeah, so I wanted to do slate tiles, but it wasn't just an option.
Yeah.
So we just used technically a subway tiles, and it worked out really nice. Yeah, thank you.
Something, Justin, I will say that is like a bragging right for our home is that we have 2 laundries, and when we were creating this space, it was a little bit like a mind boggle. What do we do with this? And instantly Oleg was like, you don't need 2 laundries, but I said, yes, we do.
Yes, and that was the best decision we made.
And yeah, so you'll see that in our home. We have a laundry downstairs and we have a laundry upstairs. And I think that that's gonna be a really cool selling feature, and I feel like it's gonna be more trending coming the years ahead. I feel like more and more homes are gonna start implementing 2 laundries, or maybe that's just me, but I feel like it's very functional for a very busy family.
Yeah.
And it actually does serve us a great purpose. So yeah.
Yeah.
So this is another very beautiful feature in our home that was very thought out. I put a lot of brain into it. I wanted it to be also very transitional, very cohesive with the kitchen. So there's arches in the kitchen, there's arches here. And what I do like is that our fireplace is simple, but it adds a very nice touch to the space. It just makes everything blend, which I love. And yeah, another feature that I love is our French doors. We have double French doors and they open up completely. So in the summertime, we love to just open them right up, and it's like an indoor, outdoor living space, which is really cool. You don't see it in a lot of homes. Yeah, do you want to show Oleg a little bit more?
This is wild texture.
Yeah, so this is a granite finish, something I noticed when Halcyon team was providing us their standards. It really attracted us, and we wanted to break it apart from the lighter tone paint, so we decided to go with black. And as looking inside, we have the herringbone background.
Yeah. That
really gives you that feel of classic style.
And it also blends with the mudroom. So everything it's thought out very properly. And yeah, thankful to Monique for that.
You laid out the floor plan.
Yes.
Dining room, living room, kitchen, entertaining. I like that this feels like a formal space where you could have a beautiful dinner, but it's integrated. Was that part of your plan when you were laying everything out?
Yes, we just wanted everything to be a whole in one. So when you're here, you're still with family. When you're there, you're still with family. When you're in the kitchen, you just know where everyone is. It's very homey. It's big, it feels spacious, it's not crowded, which we love. And yeah, it just feels like home, and everything is done so well by the Halcyon team. Honestly, I'll say this, and I was saying it earlier today, is that I can attest to how well our arches were done. They are so perfectly rounded.
Precise.
So I'm very thankful to them. I've seen some other ones in some other homes and they don't compare, so yeah.
You have a builder who actually builds homes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Beautiful work.
The staircase, the lighting upstairs, let's go there. It's just drawing me to that space.
Sounds good. So we'll take you upstairs, Justin, but real quick, right before we do that, we have a playroom here right on the right. We have a powder room right there straight ahead. And then we'll show you our beautiful staircase. I just wanted to point out, Justin, the board and batten that we've done here, like unilaterally. You'll see it here on this side, and I just wanted to give it a very nice look, not plain. It adds character to the home. The spindles on the stairs are very thought out too. You'll see that they have the curves to match the home. It has the lines too to keep it a little bit modern. And our beautiful light, it all ties in very nicely. You'll see the curves in our stairs too. That was actually thought out by me. We had it in our last home and I've never gone back. I think it's a beautiful feature. And yeah.
And you probably appreciate it every time you walk down the stairs. You probably
just
put your hand on it.
Just feel how smooth it is.
Yeah.
The railing is amazing.
Yeah. So this here is our master ensuite. It's a beautiful cathedral ceiling. It feels very romantic. It's very nice. I'm not sure if you can tell on camera, but the ceiling is actually a different color than the walls itself, which is a very nice feature. It just adds a little bit of warmth to the space, and that was thought out. It was planned. And another thing is our trim work is actually darker too than the walls, which you don't see a lot, but it is coming into trend very quickly. So you'll see that throughout the home. And then moving along to our bathroom. This is the ensuite bathroom. It's very luxe, it's very warm, it's very inviting. There's a glass shower with the beautiful tile that Oleg did.
And it's a rolling shower, so you're not stepping over a curb.
Yeah.
It's convenient and easy to get in and out.
It's got a perfect slope too.
Yes.
Like little things that people don't notice until it's not done correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah. The beautiful bathtub with the beam work is another great feature. And then we had this negative space here, so we thought you always need storage. So Monique and I thought, what better idea would it be than to add a beautiful little feature like this to hide all of the things that don't need to be out all the time. And we did just add little peekaboo glass windows just to make it a little bit more nice.
So why did you choose Halcyon to build with?
Well, there's a lot of reasons why we went with Halcyon. Number one is their standards were one of the best ones in the city. And they offer a variety of extras for basically no charge. If you notice the upstairs floor, typically it's all carpet. If you want to add hardwood, it's all extra cost. So this was all included. Also, some of the selling features is like the roll-in showers. That was all included. And if you go through another builder, that's an extra $5,000 easily. So I think,
well, there's a lot of things, like there's so many things, like even the cathedral ceiling,
yeah,
or the cement drive.
And then even our backyard, the covered porch was also like, that was all included. And building 2 houses before, we wanted to go to that route, and it was an extra 20K, right? So you try to scrape that after a closing date, it's impossible.
It often feels like a lot of builders don't care. Like their team seems pretty dialed in too, right?
Oh yeah, their team is amazing, hands down.
What was that experience like working with their team?
Absolutely incredible. Easy from the day one when we met them. They're helpful, they're always there.
Responsive, good
communication. It was a key for us.
Well, we've met a lot of, I've mentioned it already several times. We've built 3 homes, and we've met with a lot of builders, interviewed with a lot of them just to even get a feel for them. And hands down, Nick and Andrew were like family. They were welcoming. They didn't, hold themselves to like a certain standard, but like their standard just showed naturally. And we loved that about them. And Monique, everyone, even Patrick, he was so great with designing the home and being so patient, listening to all the wants and needs, and there's so many other people that on the Halcyon team that really just did an outstanding job. So yeah, we're very thankful.
Despite how charming they are, they're pretty humble people, which is important, right? And I think they care about their product.
They do. They actually care. So being in the trade, I did a couple jobs for Halcyon team, and any small imperfection, even though it was my house, Andrew did tell me like, hey, this is my standard. I want you to fix it. So it really shows that they care about the end product. And I think why they sold so many houses in the booming year is because of that reason. They went to an extent. They went above and beyond all the time.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people see that.
Yeah, quality matters.
Yeah, quality matters.
Yeah. Well, Justin, thank you for coming by.
We hope you liked our house as much as we did.
I could say that I loved your house. I didn't just like your house. I think I'm excited to see maybe the next one that you guys build.
We're looking forward to building another one.
Awesome.
Thank you.
All right.
By.
Pleasure.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks.
Take care. Have a good one.
Bye.